Hello everyone, welcome back to Nomadic Nutrition. Today we'll be doing a lesson in cooking, and more specifically in types of cooking. Each cooking method is going to have various effects on the nutrient value of your food. So if you want to know how to maximize the nutrition and flavor of your food, keep on watching. Okay, let's get started. The first method I have here is boiling. When you boil food, it's typically in a pot of water. Let's say you have a potato. If we put a potato in a pot of boiling water, the nutrients, and specifically the water-soluble nutrients, watch my video on vitamins, will leak out of the potato into the water it's boiling in. This method decreases the nutritional value of the food. However, the nutrients are still in the water within. So, if you were to make soup, for example, if you drink the remaining liquid that's in the pot, you can still gain all the nutrients lost in the cooking. Same goes with steam, but to a lesser extent. You will lose some of the nutritional value of the food you're steaming, but not as much as if you were to boil it. Second one is microwave. A microwave, while it doesn't use water to cook food, it does cook the water within the food to heat it up. And since you only use a microwave for, let's say, 1 minute, 2 minutes, the lowered cooking time actually maximizes the nutritional value of the food you're cooking. Now, I'm not talking about microwave meals. We're still talking about the potato here. If you stick a potato in the microwave, you'll be able to retain more nutrients than if you were to boil it or steam it. Now let's talk about pan frying and deep frying. What these two methods share in common is that you'll either use an oil or a butter to cook your food. Now, what we've learned about oil and butter is that they contain fats. So as you cook your food in either a pan fry or deep fry method, you will add calories and fat nutrient to the meal. This could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what you've eaten for the rest of your day, depending on your diet history, your disease. That's really dependent on you. So it's really up to you to decide whether or not you want to pan fry or steam your food. As I said earlier with the microwave, a benefit to pan frying your food is that it doesn't take very long. So to reduce the cooking time helps to retain B vitamins in particular. And the problem with deep frying is that it cooks at such a high temperature that your food can produce something called acrylamide or aldehydes, and these are known to cause cancer. So I'll write here, potential carcinogenic effect on food. Right? So may want to stay away from this one. Next, we have two forms of dry cooking. So we have water cooking, no water cooking, oil cooking, fat cooking, and dry cooking. So let's start with the grilling option. Grilling is a decent option when it comes to the flavor of your food. While grilling adds a beautiful charred and smoky flavor to your foods, it also produces 3 different classes of carcinogens. One called nitrosamines, which develop after cooking in a high heat method. Another called heterocyclic amines, which comes from animal proteins. And another called polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. And this comes from the actual smoke or char of any food, meat or otherwise. So this one also has the potential for carcinogenic effects. In other words, cancer-causing effects. Ways to reduce this. One is by having a drip tray. Don't use the drippings. The drippings that come from your meat have these PAHs and HCAs in them. So while they're really delicious for gravy, maybe not so delicious for your health. So have a drip tray. Another one is to cook at a lower heat so that it doesn't create the smoke that contributes to the carcinogenic effect. Another tip, marinades are actually shown to reduce the development of HCAs and PAHs. However, the marinade must have alcohol or acid in it. So something like vinegar, wine, beer, fruit juices can help diminish this effect, and sugar actually increases this effect. So if you are going to use sugar in your marinade, add it later to your meat or vegetable. Now let's talk about the oven. The oven is similar to the grill in that it uses a dry heat to cook your food. It is essentially grilling, but at a lower heat, right? So if you do want to have those nice grill marks or charred flavor on your foods, a good suggestion is to combine these two methods. Either start in the oven and on the grill, start on the grill and in the oven, to try and eliminate these carcinogens that the high heat produces. So yes, this was quite a short lesson today, but a very important one at that. I personally like to use the oven, boiling, and steaming. These are my 3 favorite types of cooking. And with oil, you know, you can choose healthier versus unhealthier oils. I don't actually own a microwave, so I don't use this one, but funnily enough, it does retain the most nutrients in your food by cooking things this way. However, it's not necessarily the most appetizing, I will say that. Not a lot of steaks being cooked in the microwave oven. So that's all, guys. I really want to keep this short, keep you on your feet, and I'll go ahead and leave a link down below. It's peer-reviewed. It's a wonderful article that goes really in depth about the various cooking methods with different types of foods, seafood, meat, and vegetables, and that will give you a much more thorough review on the various cooking methods and how they affect the nutrient value of your meal. Thank you again for tuning in to Nomadic Nutrition. I really appreciate the love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.